Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm here at the Wild Card in Hollywood, being joined with one and only Freddie Roach. And Freddie, I want to cover a few topics with you. First and foremost, I know you and Manny have made history together. You guys have been together for a very long time. He announced a few weeks back via a video that he was retiring. What'd you make of his retirement, and have you had a chance to speak to him about it?
No, I haven't had a chance to speak to him about it, but I was really happy that he's made a decision, and it was I think a right decision and the right time, because he has a family and wife and kids, and he might have to run for president pretty soon. So he's had a great career, and we had a great run, and it's been a lot of fun, and I wish him the best.
The video made me emotional. Like, did it make you emotional looking at him? Because at certain points in the video that he made, like, you could tell like Manny was crying, like his eyes were tearing up.
Yeah, you can see that, and I'm sure very difficult to give up your favorite sport, and I think boxing is his #1 sport, and he was great at it, and but it's time to go on to something else.
Are you yourself a little bit, somber about Manny leaving the sport?
I'm happy for him. He came through with flying colors. I mean, he'll be the only 8-time world champion ever. I feel no one will ever even come close to that. And we have a lot of history together, and I love the history of our venue.
When you look at the fight that he had against Ugas, do you feel that Manny's at that point where you needed to have a conversation with him about retiring?
No, the fight had nothing to do with it for me. They picked the wrong opponent, yes, but the thing is, we should have fought the guy we were supposed to fight and the one we were getting ready to fight, and then we have 2 days to get ready for another guy, and no matter who they picked, it wasn't going to be the right guy for me, and but it happened, and he lost the fight, and now he's going on to hopefully bigger and better things with his family.
How different do you think the fight would have played out if you guys had a proper training camp for Ugas?
If we had a proper training camp for Ugas, we had 6 weeks for the guy that we didn't fight. I think that we would have beaten him pretty easily. But the thing is, Ugas is tall, rangy, he has long arms and a long reach, and he just couldn't get to him. But the thing is, with 2 days' notice, that's all we had, and we did the best we could.
Why not ask to push the fight a little bit back then when all that happened, seeing that, it's not ideal situation to train?
You don't think we did?
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 days, you're going to give us 2 days? It was ridiculous. It was, but the thing is, it happened, and it's just part of life. Well, nothing we can do.
When you look at the situation now, he's running for president in the Philippines. I know boxing fans want him to win, but if he doesn't, there are people saying like, "Oh, could we see him come back?" Do you feel this retirement's final, or can you see him come back for another fight if he doesn't win the presidency of the Philippines?
I think his wife and his family and his kids, they want him to retire. They don't want to see their dad ever get hurt and so forth. I think it was just time. It was time, and after that fight, it was a good time. So, if he runs for president and win or lose, he's going to be a successful person in the Philippines regardless, no matter what he does.
If he tells you he wants to fight again, would you advise to him to maybe think about it twice? Like, do you want to see him retired, or do you think he still has a lot to give still?
I would get a fight that I had more than 2 days to work on the opponent, but there's always possibilities, yes. But thing is, we would definitely just have to sit down and talk about it and talk about what we need to do and what, how we're going to win that fight. So it could happen, but who knows?
If, say, things don't plan out and he does come back, would you like to see him rematch Ugas? Like, is there any other fight that you want to see him get in there with that you feel that you as his trainer would want to give him a shot at?
Yeah, the fighter that pulled out of the fight. That's when we.
You still want Spence?
Well, we spent 6 weeks getting ready for Spence, so everything was like how to beat that style, and so I'm very disappointed that fight never happened, and maybe it should have. Well, maybe it should have meant he didn't retire.
How have Manny would have done in that fight? Because I've heard people say, well, if Ugas beat Manny, Spence would have beaten Manny easily. What would you say to that?
There's no way you can really tell me that because they're just so different fighters. One guy's tall and got a long reach and very rangy and so forth, and the other's not. And and the thing is, we spent 6 weeks getting ready for that fight, so we'd have no excuses at all. So I think we could win that fight, but people can think what they want. It never happened, and here we are.
Tell me your real feelings, Freddie. You think he would have beaten Manny? Manny was looking tremendous in camp.
Yeah, of course. We had a great training camp. He was looking great in camp.
When you look at Manny's legacy and you being such a big part of it, is there one moment in particular that sticks out to you, or one memory you have with him that you carry close to your heart with Manny?
There's probably more than one. There's a lot of history there. A lot of trips to the Philippines. A lot of trips to his house, his wife and kids, and yes, he's a good friend.
Now let's move on to your another fighter, Gabe Rosado, going into I think is an exciting fight against Jaime Munguia. Munguia's a guy that just comes forward, throws a lot of punches, but he is there to be caught. Speaking with Gabe, I get the feeling that he wants to bring it to Munguia. You as his trainer, how do you see that? Do you think that's the right approach, or what approach do you think is correct?
Well, we're going to outbox this guy, and I think we will stop him along the way. But we're going up against a good puncher, though. And it looks exciting on paper, and I can't wait for it to happen.
Munguia leaves himself open for like a lot of counter punches, and I was just thinking that that'd be maybe the right way to approach it, is to have Gabe, pick his shots. Wait for Munguia to open himself up to catch him.
Yeah, and Gabe's very good at that, and he's a very good boxer, and but we'll see what happens. This is one of those fights that I'd like to see happen. I like the best fighters fighting the best fighters out there. So this is a good fight, and I think we'll all enjoy it very much.
You've been with Gabe now. I want to say this is the third preparation that you've had with him. What do you think was missing before he got to you, and what have you seen now that he's with you?
He got power in both hands. He's punching really well. He's sitting down in his shots a lot more, and and for this fight we had like really, really good sparring partners, and to go along with what our very good opponent also, who has a very good trainer also, from what everyone tells me, and we know each other very, very well, and he's a great guy. And I met his son last time I met him. His son was running around, and they're just very nice people, and I'm going to really enjoy this fight. It's going to be, I think Gabe's going to do great.
When you look at the sparring, I saw clips of him moving with Diego Pacheco, but the one that really got fans going was his sparring sessions with David Benavidez. Let me know how those sessions were, because you see a guy in David who's an undefeated world champion, and Gabe as well, a very high-level fighter. How are those sparring sessions?
They're really good. both guys going after it, and you know, one guy much bigger than the other, and it just we did the best we could every day, and it was really good sparring, and I think we might have 1 or 2 more days left of that, and it's definitely gotten us ready for this fight.
Yeah, if there's any better person to get ready for a fight, it's going to be David Benavidez. Looking at David, like from what you've seen here, like do you feel he presents a problem to guys like a Charlo, a Canelo?
Yes, he's a problem for anybody out there, I feel. Yeah, he's a very good fighter. He's tall, he's rangy, he's got a good jab, and he does nice combinations. Yeah, he's a factor against anybody.
Speaking of Canelo, I just want to pick your brain a little bit about this fight that he has with Caleb Plant. Break it down for me, Freddie, like stylistically, like how do you see the fight going?
I think it's a good fight. It's 2 good names, and I look forward to watching it, but I really haven't had a game plan for either one of them. I haven't gone that far into boxing. I mean, I have nothing to do with this fight, so I'll just enjoy it as a fan.
Have you seen Caleb's fights? Like, are you familiar with the style that he fights?
No.
No. He's more like a boxer mover.
Yeah, and the other guy's more of a puncher. Yeah. So we'll see.
The heavyweights, did you see the fight? That was a crazy fight with Wilder and Fury.
That was fun to watch. I tell you, you know, I'm not gonna. It's not the greatest heavyweight fight of all time or anything like that. But the thing is, it was a good fight. It's very entertaining, and I was getting out of my seat at home during the knockdowns, and 5 knockdowns, and it was a very fun fight to watch. I thought it was great for TV.
Yeah, no, being there, it was nuts, to be honest. Yeah, because at one point you think that Fury has it in the bag, and then he gets knocked down, and then throughout that time you're just kind of thinking, is Wilder going to throw another one? Why do you feel that Fury was so successful in this fight?
I think maybe he has just a little bit better chin. Yeah. You know, because he was hurt pretty bad that first time down. And he looked like he was leaving a little bit wobbly, and I thought the referee might not accept his walk, you know. And but the referee let the fight go on, and it ended up being the right call, and it was great. It was a great fight to watch.
In your opinion, is he the best heavyweight in the world right now, or do you feel that Usyk has a claim to that?
I don't think anyone has a claim to that until they beat the other guy.
Yeah.
He showed me, because I believe in you showing me. So I think if they fight each other, we'll see.
Are you impressed with what Usyk does? Have you seen a lot of tape of him? Like, how do you feel he matches with Tyson Fury? Because he got no one. I think a lot of people picked against him in the Joshua fight.
Yeah, and he's a lot smaller than these big heavyweights. Can he outbox him? I'm not sure, but I can't say yes or no because we haven't seen it yet, you know. But the thing is, they're both very good fighters, and who showed me? Oh shit! Who is training here?
Which one? Heavyweight?
No, fighting. His dad's his trainer.
Weight division?
He fought this fight at 60. It was a while ago. He's smaller now.
What happened?
Gabe, no, what the hell's his name? He beat...
Usyk?
Usyk.
Oh, that's Sean Porter.
Sean Porter beat Usyk in the amateurs.
Yeah.
His dad,
Which is crazy to think about because you see Sean Porter fighting at 47, now you see Usyk at heavyweight.
yeah, but his dad showed us all the results.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny for his dad to show everyone in the gym the results. So, but it doesn't mean nothing. But it's just he's not unbeatable, I guess. That was 20, maybe. That was a long time ago, though.
Very, very long time ago. Last question for you, Freddie. I know you stated in interviews that the moment Manny retires, I'll retire. You're still training fighters. You still have a lot of energy. Have you given thought to that?
No, I was lying.
You were like,
No, the thing is, I still love what I do, and I'm not getting hit any shots, so I'll be okay.
Freddie, as always, thank you so much. It was great seeing you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.